Hello and welcome to the Chronicles of Narhi'ya. Welcome back, our lovely people. Uh, we are here today. We're all here today. It's a
Yeah, we
fucking
are.
miracle. We had a little bit of an off-stream mini session, sort of set a couple things up, but no, you guys didn't miss anything overly critical. That is for today. Before we begin, do we have any announcements? I think Casey, you are doing a month-long streamathon, something of that regard.
No, it's not month long. It is only for 2 weeks, so we've already finished 1 week. We're starting our next week Monday my time, Sunday other side of the world's time because I'm Australian. But we're raising money for the National Breast Cancer Foundation here in Australia, which is a charity close to my heart. So yeah, it's I think Pacific Drivers on Monday, so that should be fun.
Ooh,
So you're going to have to deal with cars coming at you.
Oh, I've already had to do that for the first 2 days of this week, because we played 2 days of Pacific Drive this week too. That was
Oh.
fun time.
Ah,
You'll learn
so
how to
even
drive uphill.
more cars.
Mocha!
It's not so much the cars; it's more. Oh, that's a massive something, and it's called a bunny. Yeah, it's chaos. It's not much about driving except your car, and the rest of it's just an instability of the dimension universe stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been fun so far.
I see.
That's
Yeah,
good.
we've only raised about $130 at the moment, but but it's still we're only halfway through, so we could end up raising more. But I've always sat there and said donating is a choice, not an obligation. So if they choose not to, so be it. I'm just happy that they'll be sitting in and watching.
At
I
any
have
point,
something. What?
I was just gonna say, at any point, running mates for charity, no matter how small, is still, money raised for charity, which is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm happy with how much we've raised so far in general. So yeah.
I have a potentially major announcement. I just today got off the phone with some people, and I might have a job, a regular old job. It might cause some scheduling conflicts, but I've also said that because basically it's a Monday through Friday job that you spans between 11 to 7 to noon to 8, and it's that's gonna cut into a lot of my time for this. But I've also said if need be, I can be a regular on Saturday. It's a Monday to Friday gig, but Saturday is the makeup day. I can be a regular on Saturday, so that there's always at least someone regular on Saturdays to do the job, so that the other people who need the makeup day have additional support and stuff. So hopefully we'll be avoiding having to reschedule. But if we do, we'll have to fiddle with that again. And yay, everyone's favorite part of D&D is rescheduling.
Yeah.
God damn it.
We will keep you all posted. It's not going to be for a couple of weeks because they have to go through all the fucking paperwork and everything. Yeah. I was another thing that I couldn't really warn you guys about because I found out an hour ago, a couple hours ago when after I was done streaming some myself earlier. I was oh hey, I missed a call. Oh good yay. But it's an $18.50 dollar an hour job with a $2,000 signing bonus. So that's not bad.
There you go.
Not
Not
too bad.
the hard part. But other than that, do we have any other announcements?
I have nothing.
I have none.
I'm done.
Nope.
I'm good. Nope. I'm good.
All right.
I will likely be starting my job next week, I think. But I'll keep y'all informed about my schedule. I'm most likely gonna. Yeah, I'll keep you all in know. I have no idea right now because they finally got everything sorted. They just have to give me a fucking start date.
Mhm.
Well, jobs all around. Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Hey.
Also, more of a minor thing. I will be doing more regular streaming. Um,
Ooh.
probably more in the evenings, CST, Central Standard Time, over on twitch.tv/bar of the Midwest. I'll be mostly playing Monster Hunter and a couple other games that I know I can stream reliably on my rig. So, yeah, fun times over there, bunking monsters on the head with bagpipes. Hey,
Ah,
Devil
yeah.
horns.
because I am a hunting
Oh,
horde,
You're a hunting horn.
and because
Hunting horn
Monster
is
Hunter
the
Rises
best.
hunting, and because Monster Hunter Rises hunting horn is overpowered. It's so busted. I love it. Bong monster on a hit. Anyway, that's all for our announcements. We will not be doing the intro video. It's a little it's we're going to work on something there. So use your imagination.
You've seen it
I mean,
before. You know what it is.
you know
You
what
have
it
it
is.
memorized.
If
You
you
can
want to see
say
the
it for
intro video again,
yourself.
Mitch, do you have it the whole intro video up on your YouTube channel?
I do not. I knew there was something I was supposed to do at some point in the last couple of days.
So you'll be able to eventually be able to find the whole intro video with all of our introductions and everything over on Mitch's YouTube channel, which you host, so should be able to hopefully soon, if not already, catch the other two sessions that we've done on stream so far
Yes,
over
the
there as well.
yes, the other two sessions are on YouTube. I'm going to be uploading the intro as well as this one by Sunday, the very latest. Now, when it comes to the proper introduction to characters video, still need to work on that as a group. So yeah,
We'll be getting that out at some point, and if not putting that in sort of the Twitch thing, we might compile those into a YouTube video, going through each person and going through some of that.
yeah.
And that way,
okay.
if scheduling conflicts result in someone having to go or whatever, we can just sort of it will still be there should they return later for posterity. Like, who are they talking about? That guy. Well then,
His bitch.
let us begin. Last time there was a little bit of spookiness, a little bit of weird dreams from our dear Gweird. He found in his dream a glorious silver witchwood tree, and the guardian of which did not ask a favor, because asking a favor is a very thing. They simply gave him the option to, if you would like, here's a seedling of a witchwood tree to put it somewhere in the material plane so that the balance can be reshifted once again. He decided to take on this journey, and for his cooperation, he received a small gift of a silver wooden mask, a silver wood mask that fits over his face, and also helps clarify the energies of the Feywild to allow him to use his psionic abilities again. Mule, through various different means, attempted to communicate with Venwyn since they are now on the same plane, but has discovered that something out there is disrupting communications very deliberately. Draven, searching out and seeking out his feelings, has sent a little bit of a sensation towards Venwyn to let her know that he is here, he is coming for her, and a bit of a touching moment and a bit of a sly grin on Venwyn's face. She may be planning to do something reckless. That could never be. Venwyn would never do anything reckless.
But never.
Never.
Preposterous.
No, no, never.
What? No, never.
Y'all are
No.
lying
Very good thing, I should
motherfuckers.
say.
And we ended last session with a bit of a foreshadowing that the blue dragon from which Draven received his heart may very well be somewhere in the Feywild, very angry.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
But that is not where our story begins today. Our story begins at sunset at camp. The party is traveling through the Feywild with the guidance of Aiden through the path set out by his grandmother to let them find their way to the keep where Venwyn is being placed. They're at camp and the sun is beginning to set. Aiden seems particularly on edge as he looks at the stars. Venwyn, you are in your tower, likely scheming and plotting, and you do notice something odd. You have been studying the night sky, even the Feywild's night sky for some time. And this is a night that is very strange to you. Because I say they both look up at the stars, as twins often do, mirroring each other from miles away. There are no stars in the sky tonight. It is a blanket of darkness. And this correlates with a particular event. You see, in the Feywild, the stars are representatives of names. For every name, for everything that has a name in the Feywild, a star appears in the sky. But there are no stars in this night sky. Dear listeners, the members of the party, especially Draven, who has studied the Fey, who learned how to combat some of the more wicked Fey, and Venwyn, who is Fey, Zara, who has lived amongst Fey and Fey adjacent. Everyone has their own little bits and pieces here and there, rumors and secrets. But a common tale that is told is the stealing of a name. Something as simple as, would you give me your name, as a form of greeting, and someone foolishly gives their full name and suddenly finds they are unable to speak it again. And then whatever creature they were speaking with runs off a new name to add to its collection. What do they do with those names? Who's to say? This person finds themselves powerless and confused. But a question that is never really answered is, what happens to that person? Do they give themselves a new name? Is it replaced with something else? Do they exchange names with the creature? It depends on the creature. But what happens to a mortal that is lost in the Feywild, loses their name, and never returns? There is a coldness to this evening, and all those at the campsite can feel it. Even Warden, he doesn't really know what hot and cold is as a sensation, but you can almost feel a chill along your robotic spine. Something is wrong. Your danger sensors are confused. All you know is something is wrong. I need everyone, including Venwyn, to make a perception check.
I don't like
I should have
No,
requested. I should have requested Spooky D&D music.
Shit.
Look, okay.
Wait, was it everyone but me?
No,
Everyone
including you.
Oh, okay, including
A
me, okay.
perception,
Sorry,
right?
I'm my
Yes.
ears. Yeah. The perception.
Perception.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 from Zara. Cool.
Perception. Do
I'll
I have
go,
do I have advantage on this due to the fact that I've anything? Is this based on sight or hearing or smell?
yes. It is a general perception check. You're
Yeah.
using all of your senses for that. So I will give you I will give you advantage on that because you are
heightened senses?
particularly attuned to those senses in this situation. I will go in order.
Cool.
Draven,
23.
23. Gweird,
21.
21. Mule,
And
Oh no.
N.
just
Oscar.
10. Yeah, you know.
Oh no.
Hmm? What?
Perception check, please.
Oh, I know. Just fucking. Sorry, I'm trying to get my die out. I don't know why I'm not doing this on D&D Beyond, but
It's the
Hey,
feeling.
rolling physical dice feels good.
that's true. Yeah. Ooh, that's good. 17.
17. Oh, and nat 20 for Draven has advantage. Who
Yeah,
is-
I don't know why my
surprised?
brain went to immediately the total and not the fact that I got a nat 20.
Okay, so that was a 17 total.
Yeah, 13 plus 4, 17.
Cool. Venwyn,
Mine was a nat 20, so 21.
21.
Woo!
Cool.
Who
Warden.
got 20s?
I got 15.
17. Zara got a 17.
I got an 8 plus 12. It's a 20.
20. Okay, dirty 20. Like,
Dirty 20.
I don't know why the number 17 always sticks in my head.
It's because it's very pointy. That's why.
It's a very pointy number. It's
Because
also
the
one of
dealer
the most,
always hits on
13 number.
17.
it's always one of the most, also one of the numbers I roll the most as a DM. Okay. You will all notice something, but all of you notice something at different levels. So we'll start with the lowest, which was Mule. Mule, you live in a very cold place. You
Yes.
you have experienced a variety of temperatures, ranging from your homeland to even deeper into the tundra when you wandered off, to Coldport, which you would describe as maybe a tad brisk, to the
Yep.
sweltering, to what you found to be the sweltering heat of the temperate empire.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully you didn't really get a chance to enjoy the tropical rainforest. There is
Will
a
happen at some
chill
point.
in the air that you feel seep into your very bones. A coldness that is unnatural. You don't know where it's coming from. It just sort of lingers in the air. And it does draw your attention from whatever it is you are doing at the campsite. It does draw your attention to your surroundings.
Interesting.
I think I'll put Oscar and Warden in the same boat. Same proverbial boat of acknowledgement. There is movement amongst the trees. You feel this unnatural coldness, even though both of you would think you couldn't really feel that as deeply as it does. But you do. And something is moving. When you look in every direction, something is moving. Let's see. Who had? Let's see. We had Draven with natural 20. Weird at a
1.
21. Venwyn, you had a natural 20.
Yeah. Venwyn got a natural 20. Zara got a dirty 20.
Is a Weird and Zara are on the same page. And it's so. This is perfect.
God damn it.
Zara and Weird. You can kind of make out the figures in the surrounding trees.
Uh-huh.
The vague shape of them. Multiple, yes. As I said, in every direction something is moving. And you are attentive enough and you can see in the darkness in the irritating darkness of twilight. Where it is somehow darker at twilight than it is in the pitch of midnight. Where there's just enough light to muddy everything you see. You make out these pale, thin figures. Hawked and emaciated forms. Slowly shambling in your general direction. And you hear something fading on the wind. Draven and Venwyn.
Venwyn said BRB.
Venwyn.
So.
Sorry?
I was
Uh,
actually.
Venwyn said BRB, but I think they have their wireless headphones on.
I did actually have one question related to my bit. Do I hear anything from them mentally?
We're gonna get to that. You got a 21. You're gonna get you get your because you can seal the psionics again. Remember, so you're gonna get some of that. So you're gonna get that in just a second. So Drave, I will repeat if Venwyn misses it. I will repeat. Because Draven and Venwyn see the same thing. Venwyn sees this movement through the trees that she can see. She sees figures moving out in the open ground. She watches as the guard that is usually the guards that are usually patrolling. They all come inside. Everyone in this keep is now inside, and it is a hurried, panicked motion. She hears footsteps, and as she can hear several guards come up the part way in the tower and stand guard at the bottom of it. And then she sees something looming over the forest itself, sort of shifting and shrouded, but visible. And she sees it from a distance, while Draven sees and notices all these things around them, and sees this thing first because it's out of place. It isn't something that people would look at normally, and people would think it's a vague shape in the starless night. Oh, Hanan. Okay, cool. I didn't have to repeat myself.
Yeah, go ahead, everything. It's all good.
Yay. Venwyn
Great thing about
and
have wireless headphones.
Venwyn and Draven.
Mm-hmm.
It is after a moment of clarity and with a resounding tremble of fear along your spine that you see this towering, faceless, many-armed creature draped in darkness. And it is by the time you notice that everyone in the party and Venwyn, you know what tonight is. It is the parade of nobody. The faceless victims of the Feywild and its many tricksters. the byproduct of unchecked theft of name and identity for millennia. Raven, you are looking into the nothing, into nothing. There is no face. There is no name. They are the Unbound. They are tied to nothing. And all they want is everything you have. Weird. I apologize if this gets a little muddy because I have to get real close to my mic because I'm going to be whispering and you're going to hate it.
Fair.
You feel thousands of minds all whispering the same thing. Who am I? 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 Give me your name. Everyone with Venwyn, roll for initiative.
Son of a
That's not spooky at
cock
all.
sucking bitch titting motherfucker.
Ooh, let's go. I am so glad about that. Plus 12. I have a 32.
God
Very
damn.
good. Oh, man.
Bunch of dead
All
people
right.
creepier than
Remember,
me.
please. Okay, we're gonna beat you to it, Neil. Ah, damn it. Damn, a second behind. Yes, please put your things in there. Now I'm going to state that out. This is slightly horde tactics. There are a lot of them, and they are at the moment a reasonable distance away. So if you have an attack that an ability or a spell that can hit multiple targets, I'm going to count it as sort of a group of them. Single targets, I might count like a handful. Or if there may be a larger one, single target will still work. Keep that in mind. That versatility is a useful tool here. And remember the rules.
I'll give your name.
Bruh.
I like when I get to whisper to you guys. It's so much fun.
Shut up.
It sounds so fun.
Shut up.
It's so wonderful.
Ist wunderbar.
Oh,
Wunderbar.
good for you.
Oh, good for you. Let's see, we've got Mule. Okay, I'm losing someone's initiative. Draven. A whopping 4.
Look,
Same actually. Draven, you'll go first because I'm guaranteeing you have a higher dex than Warden does.
yes, I do.
Yeah, I sure hope you have more than 7.
My dex is 15.
Yeah.
Great.
Doesn't seem to want to help your fucking. Both of you roll.
Yeah.
Your initiative.
I rolled a 6.
Draven rolled a 1.
Nope.
Oh,
I
No,
love having
Draven rolled a
plus 12. I
2.
love being on top of the roster. It's fun.
no.
Okay, and before I'm gonna make up the list.
I sure hope people are starting near me at least. 'Cause
Mm.
I definitely would have been big. I think I missed last session. I definitely would be just positioned.
Ginger.
around people.
Have we had a long rest, just to clarify?
Yes, the long rest was the previous evening. You haven't really done anything throughout the. It's one of those things of the day passed a lot faster than you thought it would. Like you left at morning and you like have arrived in this clearing in like when they say the time moves weirdly, probably moves differently in the Feywild. Like some days can stretch on for what seems like days. Some days stretch on for what seems like an hour.
Some days you blink and it's gone.
Well, you have
Where are
all
we
of your
currently?
things. You have all you've been full rested. You have all your stuff.
Gotcha.
Where are we currently?
You are in a relatively large clearing in the Feywild where
Okay.
you guys had set up camp.
I might have a way we could just avoid this entirely.
Well, that would be interesting for you to try. You can certainly
Hmm.
try.
Oh, yes.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna set up a few fail safes.
That's fair.
I'm going to try to figure out what the hell am I gonna do.
I was just started singing a song out of habit. Oops.
Hey, watch it with the copyright.
I know. I just thought about that.
Okay.
I sang the first 2 words and I went, wait a minute.
Alrighty.
There's
have
a
our
zombie in
initiative.
the mirror.
Have our initiative. Okay. Real quick. See what the hell my dog is whining about. Give me like a minute.
I gotta start doing this.
Yeah, it gives us time to actually
Also, something to keep in mind, Venwyn. Since Zara is starting the round, on Zara's second round, the second time it comes back around to Zara, if you have a way to try and get out of the tower, you may attempt it.
Curious
Whether that's-
question.
Yes.
If there are windows, do they have any bars or preventative measures on them?
No.
Excellent. I have these things on my back called wings.
It is true. That says something magical keeping them closed, but there is not a physical limitation, we'll call it. Is it the only question?
Pretty much. I've got a few ideas of what I could try and do.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, everyone loosen up. Take a drink of your drinks. It's combat,
why I
baby.
have
It's been a hot mess since we did combat.
Panique.
I am redeeming an everyone stretch yourselves, so everyone gotta stretch.
Ooh.
Please do
You know
forgive
what?
the noises in the
I don't know what
background.
y'all
It's
are worried about. This is my
playing
favorite time of the day.
Elden Ring.
It is alright.
You know what? Because I have the points.
I have.
drink. Everyone,
Exercise the demons.
Just took a second.
Exercise the demon.
I have a
His house
question.
is clean.
What's your question, soldier?
Do we have any time before initiative to cast spells?
That's
That I don't know.
that is up
That's
to
something you're
the
gonna have to wait.
DM.
I don't know about that, bud.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, you're gonna
like-
have to ask Bard that.
A good portion of my tactics kind of rely on that.
Mm-mm.
I'm
mean, I
supposed
could
to be
just-
able to see the danger first.
I
Danger zone.
would argue with Bar that you know seeing everything that we have seen is kind of a definite like, oh shit, we need to activate something quick because this is not right.
I mean, so the question I'll pose, because then I'll I can do something different. Of do I just build a stone block house and we just hide in it?
No.
I
Okay.
have
No,
a
it's not like-
similar option, only instead of a stone blockhouse, it is death.
It is
Ah.
true.
Yeah.
It is calling the sororitas. Drop a fucking church on us.
I Actually, I think I get that. I think that's a 7th level spell, unfortunately.
Ah.
Also,
I don't have access to that
even if
yet.
that was an option, it would take you more than one turn to make each of
Yeah.
the spell rolls you need.
And
No, it's an action. It's a spell.
would
make
you
out.
have?
Wall of stone. I make 10. But I make 10 10 by 10 foot panels that are 3 inches thick, and I can put them in. I can make a box out of them if I want to.
Mm. Again, you can certainly try.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Else
Did
I
you
got,
hear
I
my?
got other plans.
Did you hear my question about being able to cast before the combat started?
I will. This is going to be about your buffs.
Yeah.
I will, because even though you rolled in the middle of the pack as far as awareness.
Yeah.
When you started feeling everything was wrong, I feel like you would have started tossing those out because you're like something's bad.
How many do I get?
We'll say Mule, as usual, is closest to you physically. Mule and Oscar, you have those two buffed. So, Mule and Oscar, please make note you have received the usual AC and health buff.
Cool. Remind me how
Okay.
the AC buff works, because I'm about to get
So-
more of a buff.
As long as you're within 5 feet of me, you get half cover, which just means that you get a +2 to your dexterity saving throws and +2 to your armor class.
Okay, cool. So my armor class goes to a 20,
Yeah.
As long as
which is going to immediately become a 22 when I activate my boots.
Other point of order, do I get the chance to cast a spell?
No, you get a chance to
Darn.
cast the spells that are your buffs
Okay.
in preparation
Got it.
for combat to those closest to you physically. Now,
Okay.
if the rest of the party does tactically what has been custom, which is get to Warden, and Turtle, then you can do some more there. But because it was before we started combat, you're just like two closest Tomies receive the boof.
I may have to
the boofy boof.
improvise a little bit then. That's okay.
Improvise, brother.
Isn't that the glory and the fun of D&D improvising?
I have a glass bottle and I'm gonna break it and threaten you.
Yeah, you can sure
I'm gonna go
try,
Cinderella
buddy.
and break my glass shoe and point it at you.
Right, it's Cinderella.
Stabberella.
I actually have a D&D character inspired by Cinderella. I never got to use her yet, but she's a warlock. I love her.
Use my short story.
Nice.
I got one based on Red Riding Hood. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll
that-
probably come up with a character
Oh,
based off of a tale. At some point.
Okay. Who's ready for combat?
Nobody, but let's do this.
This
Round
is gonna be
one.
crazy.
You will watch as these pale, shriveled hands curl around the tree line as what has to be hundreds, thousands of these faceless, unknowable things, whispering without mouths, start to come out of the literal woodworks and start making towards the party. They are going to stop at about 35 feet from I would say, the center of camp where everyone kind of generally is. Some of you are a little bit closer, some of you are a little bit further away. One of these days I'll make a battle map. But
One of these days.
I don't like battle maps. I don't like making battle map.
Completely fair.
Fair,
figure it out.
understandable. Have a nice day.
Who said it's my turn to make the battle map?
When my turn made a better map.
Mom said it's my turn
So
for the
starting
Xbox.
us off is Zara.
Yeah. All right.
So how this goes, as far as like to make the order clear, the hordes will move first because there's a lot of them, and that gives me time to do spooky things. And then what is listed as the Unbound is the big one.
Um,
When I say he's towering over the area, these are very big trees. He's very, very big. He might be the biggest thing you guys have seen aside from the fucking dragons.
He's bigger than the trees. Oh
Is
boy.
is he bigger than the thing that I saw when I got catapulted into space?
No. But then again, that was something that was big enough to partially blot out the sun.
Yeah.
So that was on a galactic scale of big. But very
That
big.
it is very big.
I love how that's weird standard for what qualifies as big as a galactic entity big enough to partially blot out the sun.
Yeah, so that you don't really have to kill him.
Alrighty. What am I gonna do? I only have so many
That
weapons
is-
that I
that
can
is-
throw and
that is-
shoot.
That is kind of like what I was gonna go for, Colton. But that might have triggered
Excuse
people's
me.
trypophobia, so I went with I decided
Oh.
again.
Oopsie doodles.
But that was the kind of vibe I was going for. It's not that just they don't have faces, but it looks like pieces of their faces had fallen off.
Just gonna do that.
Gross.
Narhi'ya. Not
So it's-
bad.
but you also only noticed that yet because they're not close enough. I'll give a more detailed description of what they look like when they get close. So Zara, how are we dealing with this? How are you feeling?
I don't like it. Don't like it whatsoever. In a panicked kind of comedic way, just a little bit. Zara's gonna grab her revolver and go. So.
You're gonna grab your revolver sword, and you're going to fire indiscriminately.
I'm gonna try to shoot to the closest one that's to me at this moment in time. So.
Okay, so let's do some rolls. Roll the hit.
Alrighty.
Bag, bag, pew, pew, bag, bag, pew, bag, bag.
That's an 8.
It's an 8 total.
It's an 8 total.
Well, you see it hit it, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh no. Oh, I hate it. Okay. Don't you chuckle at me, you motherfucker. Don't chuckle at me.
It's hard. What'd you expect?
So for context about these particular things, I think I told 2 people this within this room. I revealed that it was Draven and it was Venwyn because of certain things I already needed to talk to them about certain things happening in the very wild and where those will probably be placed storyline wise. These things and the big one might be the worst thing I've ever fucking made. Worst in the best context.
Great.
Love that.
They're one
Have
of my favorites. So, you shot at one, and it didn't seem to do much. Is that all you can do at this time?
Actually, no. I have a Mask of the Wild. Don't know if I can use that. But it's a reaction.
Mask of the Wild. What does it do?
I can attempt to hide it even when I am lightly obscured.
Hmm. Well, we're at the campsite, so there's maybe a tent you can kind of inch behind, or someone you can maybe inch behind. But you're also very tall. But you can make an attempt to hide.
I might just kind of scoot closer towards Warden, if I can.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Group up around the half tank, half healer.
Just scoot.
Tis I, the Hank.
The Hank.
The Hank, not the Hank.
The hanky panky.
Bro.
All right. So
Ew.
you take a shot.
Huh?
You take a shot and you attempt to do a hide. We'll see how we'll see just how well you can hide against something that can't. It doesn't have eyes, but seems to know where you are. Isn't that fun? All right, that brings us to Oscar.
Hi.
You're going to click your boots.
Yeah, so I click my boots and everything slows down. And then the very, 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 very first thing I do for this combat is I pick the biggest cluster of them that I can see immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Basically enough to fit a shatter. And
Okay.
I hold up my fingers to snap and I say, let's break this up before it starts. And snap my fingers. I need con save.
All right. What is the DC?
14.
That's a whole ass 5.
Haha. So they're gonna take 3d8 thunder damage. Uno momento, por favor. Gracias. Let me pull out more die. I'm definitely gonna need more. Ooh, that's fine. Okay, that'll do. Oh, that's really good. 8, 7, and 8 for a total 23 plus 23 points of damage.
20 points of damage. Okay. You watch as the shatter you realize after you shatter at the sound, the near deafening thunderous sound that follows the shattering. You just told everybody in this part of the woods where the fuck you are. But that's any thunderous spell ever. Like, by the way, as just a side note, almost every spell that uses thunder damage has the detail of everyone within a certain radius can hear it. Like, duh.
Except for like, I don't know.
The deafening
Chronicles,
crackle
something
of
like
thunder.
Sound
You
damage.
watch as there are several of these things crawling out, and you look at the biggest cluster you can see at the moment. You snap your fingers,
Hello.
and the
I
sonic
apologize.
energy blasts them. And you watch, Oscar, as they fall into each other and just sort of meld.
Oh.
One falls into the other, and it melds together into one. And 3 or 4 meld together, and then they stand back up as a larger one.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What
Oh,
the
fuck
fuck?
this. And I, with my now 22 armor class, I pull out my blades and prepare to fight.
Awesome.
Hello.
That's the end of my turn.
Cool. Weird.
Hi there. Remind me again how far away they are?
Depending on where you were standing in the camp, they're about 35 to 40 feet. They're along the tree line. Hard. Somewhere between 30. We'll say 35 feet from where you are currently standing.
Alrighty then. Time to use a spell that is really lovely for this particular situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Oh, actually, this one also works. Actually, this is even bigger, which is even more perfect. I'm going to move a little bit closer to. I'm going to move closer to Warden for defensive bonuses
Mm-hmm.
because I would like to cast Sickening Radiance upon a section that has the most amount of these gambling things. So that is a 30-foot radius sphere, by the way, that I am creating at a point at whatever the densest area is within 120 feet of where I am.
Okay. There is a clump that have started to crawl their way out of the tree. You might take a couple trees with you too, but I'm sure that'll be fine. With a particularly dense area near like the open path you took to get to this spot, is they're sort of forging their way out of there. You send this orb of disastrous glump, and let's roll some damage.
Actually, they need to roll some con saves.
Con save. That is a crisp, precise 1.
Oh.
Boy.
They don't have very good stat. They're not exactly the most, well, statistically they're not the most dangerous things. But
Alrighty then. 1 d10, 2 d10, 3 d10, 4 d10 radiant damage, 1 level of exhaustion, and a green. And they all emit a green light within a 5-foot radius.
about that,
Hmm?
you see this orb fly out, and it takes a bunch of them. It just, you see them and then you don't see them anymore. They just sort of all fall in after this orb. You see the soft green glow of the ones that are still there. And then the glow begins to grow as you watch that again. They fall in and morph and fade and flip and graft to each other, becoming the same general big shape, forming into a much larger version that is glowing green.
Do they still take the damage or no? Do I still roll the damage?
You rolled the damage, yeah.
Alright, rolling radiant. 4 d10 radiant. Let me just... Okay.
Sorry, I thought you already rolled your radiant damage, but yeah, that's my bad.
No, it's all good. That is 21 points of radiant damage, and of course they suffer a level of exhaustion.
That's not really going to be much of a problem for them.
Mm-hmm.
As all the ones that you hit, again, they fall in, and they sort of twist and turn and stretch and bend and break and reform into a larger one.
Mm-hmm.
The answer was yes, they took the damage. Absolutely, they took the damage.
This thing is still in the spear, yes?
Yes, it's currently still the larger one is still currently in the spear, but it's sort of half in the spear as it stood up from being on the ground, as they've been knocked down and formed together in a puddle into what it is. It is now like half of its body is above the orb and is almost to the top of the trees. You took out quite a bit of them.
Good
Took out.
to know.
Good to know.
Let's see. Is there anything else I want to do / can do? Well, that's my main action. Are they dead technically? Did they die?
Hard to say. You don't even know what the fuck they are. Living, dead, undead. No real telling what the fuck these things are right now, because no one is trying to figure out what they are yet. Even if they can be classified at this point.
And I realize I should have done this sooner, but this actually works a little bit better since there's one entity. Hexblade's curse on that particular motherfucker.
You're gonna what?
Hexblade's curse on that particular motherfucker. On the one that just
the recently formed big one, or the really really big one?
the recently formed big one.
Okay, cool. He is
Because it's only within like 30-ish feet.
Yeah, and the big one's big enough and tall enough and looming enough that you can't really target him.
That
He's a little
fucker-
bit out of 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
At least for the moment. Cool. All right, that one, I will mark that one as text.
And that is my turn. Yes.
Okay. All right, it is the Unbound's turn. And it is the big. This is not the little ones. They move in the very top of the round. This big one is looming over you all, watching with sightless eyes, tilting its head ever so slightly. But as far as you can physically see, it does nothing. Mule.
Hello, it's me.
I'm the
Can I
problem.
try to figure out what the hell these things are?
You may certainly attempt. What are you trying to use? What are you going to try and use to attempt to figure it out?
That's what I was trying to think about. You got any suggestions?
You can always phone God.
Yeah, but that takes like 11 minutes to do, so
that would take
not
10
an option right
fucking
now.
rounds. That would take 11 fucking rounds.
Yeah, because I don't have like divination and contact other planes prepared. I just use them as rituals. Because wizards.
It's like if you have a skill you want to use, if you have
Arcana,
a spell
if I
that
could.
might- Arcana.
These things are from the Feywild, so creatures from other planes.
Sure. I'll go with that.
Because yeah, Arcana's like magical traditions, the planes of existence, and the inhabitants of those planes.
Yeah, your intelligence check measures your ability to recall lore about spells, magic items,
26.
eldritch symbols, magic traditions, planes of existence, and the inhabitants of those planes.
All right. So what was the roll?
26.
26.
Woo!
God damn.
It's not bad.
I have expertise in Arcana, so
Oh yeah, that expertise do come in handy.
yeah.
You took skill, didn't you?
You look
I
at
did,
this
yeah,
thing
very
and you try and figure out where it is in the weed. You try and figure out what dark hole of the Feywild these things crawled out of. What these things are. What from this world? What from this plane could make these things? And there is a cold, certain realization. They're not from here. They aren't. These things are technically not native to the Feywild.
Okay.
And a more, I would think, more concerning realization to Mule. They aren't native to any plane of existence.
Interesting.
There's no trace. There is a bit of a trace of Feywild on them and among them because that is where they currently are. But there you don't feel any sort of indicators pulling anywhere else. But the connection they have to the Feywild is more like a static radiation of they are here, therefore there is a small signature of it here among them.
That makes sense. Looking by a divided by zero situation here.
Yeah, that sounds like a divide by zero.
Was that my action to do that?
We'll call it a bonus action.
Okay.
Because you're just sitting there. You're just sitting there going, "What the fuck are you?"
Yeah. Okay.
The fuck is that?
I'd like to cast a spell if I could.
You
at
may attempt to cast
one
a
of
spell.
them. I'm gonna expend a charge from balance and cast magic missile with all 3 missiles on one of the horde members.
Okay. You gonna pick you gonna choose like one of the bigger ones that got formed, or one of the?
Actually, yeah, I'll go for the biggest one.
Okay, the super big one that's still standing in the thing of light. Who is their mark only works if you when you attack them, right, Weird?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to double checking. You may roll your damage for your things.
Oh my goodness, I'm rolling terribly.
Just magic missile.
Okay. 2, 2, and 5.
2, 2, and 5.
Force
Okay.
damage.
You've thrust out balance as it twists, and as the missiles twist out and fling at the large creature, landing somewhere in its chest. You see the 3 holes rip through it, and as it clearly does take damage. And you watch as another one that is nearby sort of sloughs to the side as a puddle that squirms beneath the grass and slips up onto the larger creature, and the larger creature once again grows.
Cool. So that's me. Now it's my entire army of undead.
Ah, yes. You brought your friends.
I've got my friends.
Friends for
How many
dead
friends
men.
do you currently have active?
I have 8.
Fuck me.
I got 4 skeletons and 4 ghouls. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to. Well, how far away is the horde? And thing.
Granted, you are not only the horde, you are also surrounded, but they're all very slow. From where you are, because you are with Warden, they are about.
Yeah.
They are a good 35, maybe 40 feet, depending on direction you're currently looking at.
That's fair. All right. I'll get my skeletons to just, I don't know, shoot some arrows into the horde. Let's see. Does a 12 hit?
Does a 12 hit? 12 does hit.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Does a 7 hit?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
What the
and
hell is
no, an
their
11 would
AC?
hit. Okay. Let's see. How much did he just do again? All right, then I have to like do weird things where I gotta add bonuses because I'm a necromancer. Oh yeah, just that much. Okay. Uh, 7 damage, 11 damage, 12 damage, and 8 damage. It's all not. It's all like piercing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see the arrows fling out from them, taking out a few each, sort of a little small bundle of arrows. And you see the same things sort of begin to repeat. The numbers begin to thin, but they grow larger with each one that falls.
Okay. In that case, I might not have my ghouls attack this turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's me. Also I'll fly above Warden.
All right, you are flying. Cool.
Yeah, that's me.
Draven. Draven, it's your turn. How are you going to try and ruin my life today?
Sorry, who's this?
Draven?
Draven, Mitch.
Sorry, I'm back.
God damn it.
I had my wireless headphones on, but I was also doing something.
Are you pooping?
Shush.
I
I love
I
this
mean-
character, but I hate this character because everything I want to do is a fucking bonus action.
Yep.
My brother in
Right.
Christ, you made the sandwich.
True.
And we helped.
True.
Oh yes.
We're the ones that gave
Enjoy
him the
Korean
bread.
Spelljammer Helm. Later levels.
I will say, all of you here in the combat are noticing that weird thing. Wherever one you kill, it sort of just makes them thins the horde out, but makes some of them bigger. It doesn't seem to spread out. It seems to, like, in an area that there were several hit, they form into one, or they morph onto one of them. It's not like you thin down the horde and, like, the puddle makes 5 or 10 of them bigger. It makes one bigger.
Gotcha.
I might be able to use
I wanted to clarify that because it's meant to be a weird mechanic and a weird enemy. But I wanted to clarify that because that might have thrown people for a little bit of a loop. More of a loop than intended.
It's fine. It's fine. This is. Whoa! What the fuck?
Yup. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is use my free action to summon World Carver.
Cool. Carver is summoned in all of its brand new shiny gold and silver glory.
And as a bonus action,
You know, no, that was fine.
It's anytime you hear the words as a bonus action coming from him that
Actually-
you start to worry.
you know
Yeah,
what?
there's another thing about the bonus though, because technically, if you the summoning of the weapon is technically a bonus action if you are like in the middle of it in combat. Like this dude is in your face, and you try and summon your weapon, that's your bonus action.
Okay.
But if you are, because they're still a good distance away, summoning World Carver when not in a dire situation is a free action. It's just in it's in the instance where summoning it is the risky gamble. Is when you would take up the resource.
Okay. Cool. Thing is though, Oscar did what I was gonna do as well, but I'm also tempted to do it. However, I'm gonna play a dangerous game here.
You know I love it.
How far is the big fucker?
it's hard to gauge, but it's when I say it is towering over the trees. Like you remember when you arrived in the Feywild, and there was the thing that vomited you out was this massive giant that was standing above these clouds that were hanging below the cliff you were on, and it just sort of was meandering. It
Yep.
doesn't seem quite to be that big, but that sort of scale. Like, if you had wings, you might be able to reach it. But you see its arms sort of hanging in the air. You see the faceless head and the withered body, cloaked in shadows. But it's also now nighttime, so you don't know where the body starts. But you see the inking blackness dripping off of them.
So, fuck me. All right. This might be a go big or go home moment, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. So, bonus action, I'm going to Draven's draconic transformation. This one is actually a lot more seamless than it ever has been. It's like the quickest shedding of chameleon skin you've ever seen. It's just it's almost like confetti of Draven skin.
Oh, great.
Nasty.
Gross.
And just kind of stretches his body, like every joint cracks like an absolute bastard. And that's my bonus. As an action, son of a bitch. I am going to cast Calm Emotions at 2nd level. I believe no, that's his base, but I'm going to cast Calm Emotions 60 feet from where I am. I just want to get a cluster of them, and I want to see what happens. It's a 20-foot sphere.
Interesting. Do calm emotions tell you what emotion you are calming?
You attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people. Each humanoid within a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range must make a charisma saving throw. A creature can choose to fail the saving throw if it wishes. If a creature fails the saving throw, choose one of the following 2 effects. You can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened. When the spell ends, any suppressed effect resumes, provided that its duration has not expired in the meantime. Alternatively, you can make a target indifferent about the creatures of your choice that is hostile toward. This indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed. When the spell ends, the creature becomes hostile again unless the DM rules otherwise. So I'm going to kind of like make that 20-foot sphere just kind of indifferent about everything. Just want to kind of like, but it's also like I wonder if this will work.
I'm going to ask you a question that may make you worried. Would you like through the spell, because the spell's going to affect. It's going to work. You're going to feel the spell take effect. Would you like feedback from it? Like, knowing what it is that you are suppressing?
Sure.
Instead of just a flaring detail.
Yeah. Sure.
There's a good 20 or 30 all smacked together in this 20-foot radius that you bloosh. And you do notice them sort of pause for a moment. And this is just that group doesn't really seem to spread very far. And you get back something that you are very familiar with. It's rage. Unending. A bondage.
You cut out a little bit there.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. It is rage. A rage like you haven't felt yet. It's bottomless. It's cold. It's mindless. Pure rage.
Brilliant. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Isn't that so much fun? Aren't you glad that you know now?
Okay.
Alright. Is that going to be your turn?
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do.
Alrighty. Warden, your friend, some of your friends are a little closer to you now.
Great. Don't die, guys.
Yeah, I'll try.
Are we surrounded, or are they just coming in from one side?
Absolutely surrounded.
Okay.
It's sort of
I
a
have-
circular clearing, and they're coming out of every side.
Okay. I have.
Structured settlement, and you need cash now.
Fuck off.
I have an idea.
Is
It's a little stupid and very expensive, but it
When
might...
is it not stupid?
what is a stupid decision? What is a stupid idea not expensive?
Yeah. Ah, God. What else would I use this for? Hold on. I've been debating about this the entire time.
Okay.
You know what? We're here now. Fuck it. I'm gonna cast my 1/6 level spell.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I have Blade Barrier.
Ooh.
Ah, yes.
That is very good.
I'm gonna throw that up. Let me read it again real fast. I can make it a ringed wall up to 60 feet in diameter. So, I'm gonna make it... They're like, what, 35 feet away from us at this point?
Roundabout, yeah.
Okay. I'll make it 35 feet in diameter, so I just cut the front line of them just in half. And so now we have a 35-foot, like, fight ring to work with.
oh boy.
Whenever a creature enters the walls area for the first time, on a turn, or it starts its turn there, aka right now, the creature has to make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 6d10 slashing damage. And I rolled 40. So they have to make a DC 16 dexterity. I don't know how many that would be for you, but it's everything in a 35-foot radius around us.
Well, that's an excellent spell for the situation, actually.
That
Also,
includes
Also, my brain just goes to domain expansion, king of
Literally. King of the Ring. I think that's actually what's happening right now, not gonna lie.
Also,
domain,
for the
domain
record,
expansion,
um,
fields of the world.
I've debated with this with people of like what of like the three most popular dubs are for as far as fans are English, Japanese, and German. My personal favorite is German, because it's somewhat biased because of my German heritage, but also it just sounds so good to go Sven in Vital.
You did mention that, yes.
Yes. There's the domain expansion, then Yoichi Tenkai, which is great. The original.
Tenkai.
Sven in Vital. Pandemonium Shrine. This the German voice actor for Sakuna is on some shit.
Okay, but let's be honest. Every voice actor for Sakuna is on some shit.
Fair. Anyway, is that going to end your turn, Ward?
Yeah, because that's really all I can do. So Warden is gonna, he's probably not even gonna have his weapons out in this case because he needs both hands to pull it off. But he's gonna, just like as the shields and the armor plates go out to provide cover for everybody else, there's just gonna be like this growing orb in the center of his chest that he's gonna reach in and pull out and then raise up above his head and just explode out and stop at 35 feet. We also, if we happen to be attacked from beyond that wall, we have 3/4 cover. So if they happen to have artillery for any reason, everybody gets a +5 to their armor class and a +5 to their dexterity saving throws.
All right. I'm
Um,
gonna add a little flair to this. So you reach into your chest, pull out this orb, you throw it up, and it is a showering of swords and spears and shields going in a perfect circle around you all. And you all see these almost constructs, these shapes of this this bronze light that is very much indicative of Warden's magic, sort of take form and lift them as it appears that a phalanx of soldiers is surrounding you all, facing out. It is a wall. It is a blade wall, as much as it is a shield wall. Kind of calling back to the sort of Spartan-esque original design we had.
yeah. These guys better get fucked.
All right. So.
But yeah.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
and then, sorry, my feature for Warden, whatever the fuck, where is it? Warden's Blessing. 18 hit temporary HP is gonna go to, you guessed it, Mule.
Do you need any more temporary HP?
Probably
Does she
not. but
really
she's
need
getting it
more
anyway.
HP?
She's a
She doesn't have-
wizard, so
Yeah, but she's also a Goliath?
Yeah, but she's a wizard.
Wait, what are we trying to figure out?
No,
If
we're-
you
You have 10
really
HP
need the
already?
more temporary HP because
No, I
of
don't
just
have
how...
temp HP.
Oh, okay, you get 18 more.
No,
Oh,
you
not me,
you
okay.
had some temporary HP because you and Oscar got the initial buff before combat.
Ah,
The usual round of
Well,
boost.
fair enough. How much temp HP was it? Like, before?
18. One.
18.
Well,
Okay. Okay, yeah, then I would have had it, yeah.
You're good. All right. You watch as the hordes move in. They cover a good amount of distance.
they're all passing through the barrier.
Well, they're coming in from. It's more like they sort of stand near the barrier and more sort of pile in behind them. And they're coming from all directions. They don't seem to go past the barrier yet. They're kind of confused. They seem a little confused by it. It's kind of hard to tell because they don't have any faces. But now I can describe what they look like, because you can see them in the light. Each one is weirdly unique. They
Ew.
look almost human or humanoid, like any of you, but they are emaciated, pale, no visible genitalia.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not just a matter of they don't have a face, because there's some of them. There's evidence that there was a face, an eye here, an ear there, sort of sloughed off their body, pieces, chunks of what was their facial area are cracked and broken, missing. And strangely enough, when the bigger ones get a little closer, since there's more to see from them, you start seeing that especially the really big one, not the largest, the looming figure, but the largest of the reformed together, that Gweird and Mule's zombies sort of Mule magic missiles sort of caused. There's something resembling a face starting to take form on the larger ones. It's not recognizable. It's not human, but there's more structure. There's more. You can see like the lines of cheekbones and the slight sinking in of what were at one point eye sockets. But none of them try and pass the barrier. But they are very clearly swarming around you. That is end of round 1. Zara,
Me.
it is you.
Oh boy. So the bigger one's getting bigger and bigger is what I've been hearing.
The big ones have been getting bigger, and they seem to be there seems to be more definition in them.
Yeah. Oh, fun. Okay, that's wonderful. Uh,
And I will make a note.
how far away is he?
All of them are about 35 feet, and then sort of going back in 5-foot increments from there. The closest ones are now 35 feet up against this barrier that Warden put out.
Okay, okay. So what are the rolls with spells again?
How do you mean?
I plan to cast Frostbite. How is that going to work?
Because it is a conal attack, or because it's a single target attack?
It's a range area actually, and it's oh yeah, frost to form one creature that you can see within range.
And if it's single target, it's single target.
Yeah. Does the big one consider as a single target?
Yeah. There's the big of the swarm, and then there's the Unbound, which is the towering, maybe a little bit out of range figure. So you mean the largest of the swarming creatures?
Okay.
Yes, that would be technically considered one.
All right. I'll do the conglomeration. That's in front of me. I will do frostbite.
Frosty Beaton.
Yep. I need a constitution saving throw.
Which one is she targeting, out of curiosity?
The big one you made.
Ah, so the one that's still somewhat in the sphere?
Yeah.
The large fella.
Well, I mean, he's not really in it. Well, he kind of is. And he isn't. If it doesn't stay, if the spirit doesn't stay When you use the sphere, does it stay where it ends up?
Let me double check. I believe it does.
For what?
Also, sorry, that is a 13.
It fails.
It does.
It takes
Uh,
3d6.
Yeah, sickening radiance is a single target, is a single spot non-movable AoE.
So if other ones were to have moved through it on their
When the
way
creature
to
moves into
crowd,
the area, yeah, they need to make the saving throw and take radiant damage, exhaustion, and start glowing.
I
okay, so
also
what was
rolled 10 frost damage.
10 frost damage? Noted.
Yes.
So
Must
Why
you
are you
laugh,
laughing?
though?
oh, good.
I'm guessing you're laughing at me.
No, well, kind of. I mean, well, there's so
Kinda.
many things. Well, I love my wonderful players.
I don't like how
Um,
he's laughing. I don't like that. I
I
hate
think
it.
I think our option 2 will actually work. The option
Okay.
1, it would be fucking hilarious.
Shut the fuck up. She'll try.
I'll tell you what. Option 1, I'll tell you what happens, real quick. It bounces off and almost hits you in the head.
Yeah, I figured that was what you were
But
gonna be doing.
option 2 will work
Okay.
because I know where you got that.
Wait, what?
Sorry, my brain always associates that particular spell with warlocks. My brain's just like,
I've
did she
had
have
that
that?
since I've had that since the start.
No, I know that, but my brain's just like, my brain's always associated Witch Bolt with warlocks because I
Warlocks.
always take it. I always take it when I
Witch and
play warlocks.
warlocks.
Yeah, fair.
The warlocks have it a lot, so sorcerers and all that. Anyway,
I don't have it.
well, I
You're a
lot of
nerd.
I actually
do.
didn't pick it up for once because I normally pick it up as like a wizard or something. But
Yeah,
My favorite
like,
spells.
it's one of my favorites. So you watch the frost creep up this thing, and it's kind of holding in place. Weird, you notice that it moved out of the orb, but a lot of them behind it sort of just casually meandered through it, and then turned into puddles, and then formed a second very large one.
God damn it.
Oh,
There seems to be a substantial lower amount on that side, but the second one that has begun forming is even bigger than that one.
God, mother bless it all.
this is less than ideal.
Now
I
the
would like to
bitch.
say.
Some bitch.
How'd you get past security? His fortress is impenetrable. Doors unlocked.
Door was unlocked.
That door was unlocked.
Son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch.
Everywhere on TikTok right now. Okay.
I'll be
Everyone-
honest. The amount of times I've done pen testing and like someone's like, "Well, I have no idea how to get past the door." I'm like, "Did you try to check if it was open?" It says that it was open.
hmm
That is my turn, by the way, because I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. That brings us to Oscar.
Hi.
You are in the barrier with your friends, and it's become very apparent that the more you kill, the more they form big ones. But the big ones don't seem to do anything more than the others. They're
Cool.
just bigger, but they seem to be getting more defined as they conglomerate together.
Okay, cool. Good to know. How close is one of the large ones?
They're all about 35 feet. There is one currently very frosty, very, very frozen.
Cool.
That is about 35 feet from the group at the edge of the barrier.
Oh. All right. Bear with me a moment as I look at shit.
Bear with me as I math.
Mathematical. Also, I should warn, I probably only have about an hour before I need to go because I got work in
Okay.
the morning.
That is perfectly fine. If we don't finish the combat this time, we'll just pick it up next week.
All right. I'm gonna get within 15 feet,
Okay.
You're
bringing
losing
my
my
AC
buff.
down from 22 to 20.
You're
You.
And I'm gonna summon my Echo near the biggest one.
Okay.
Ooh.
I am then immediately going to action surge, and then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks. Wait, 5 attacks because bonus action attack. That's not doubled.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
just
Just on the big one.
yeah, the Echo just goes in and tries to kill this motherfucker. Probably not going to, but that's okay. We're gonna try.
Okay. Real quick, I need your Echo to make a deck save.
Deck save
Yes.
Okay. has all my stats. I don't have a great bonus to my saves. That's okay.
Worth a contested athletics.
Oh, never mind.
I'll go with deck save for this time.
Okay. 13.
Your guy does this. Your Echo does this. Slash 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 slash. Cutting this thing up. Frozen chunks are sort of falling off and breaking off, and slices are slicing into these bloodless bodies. There's no blood. There's open space as you cleave through them, and even though it's in near pieces, this thing grabs your Echo's head and looms its head down to look at it, but then lets it go and just sort of looms menacingly beyond the barrier as several around, as 5 or 6 of the smaller ones sort of meld into the ground and into the floor, and then up its legs, and then reforms the parts that were damaged, making it again larger.
Okay. So I'm assuming I will not roll for those attacks.
Did you roll?
I didn't. You just did your thing.
Interesting, isn't it?
Would you like me to roll those attacks?
No, you don't. You're good. These things don't really have much of an AC. I'm pretty sure your base attack roll.
A 7 hit.
A 7.
Okay, yeah.
Seven
The 7 hits. I have a plus
That's
9.
kind of the point of the horde mechanic, is that you're not gonna miss.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Never mind. I have a plus 10.
Yeah,
I have a plus 10 to my battle axe
your-
and my
your
sword.
plus to hit it would be enough to hit these. Even when they get big. Funnily enough, as they get bigger, the AC gets worse because they're a larger target.
Fair.
It's somewhat balance of them because even though they don't really die. Well, it's more they don't die, that you haven't figured out how to kill them yet. That's how I'll phrase that.
Should I at least roll damage?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me accurately calculate
Keeping
how
track.
many are actually going to be needed to reconstitute it.
Yeah.
Because as infinite as they seem, they are in fact finite. There's just a lot, and it's an enclosed space. Well, I say it's an enclosed space. It became an enclosed space when there were so many around.
And
Okay.
became even more enclosed when I created the wall.
Yeah. Also, to backtrack a little bit, I did use my bonus action, so I will not be using my bonus action attack. That's on me. I have 4 attacks.
4 attacks.
Wait, hang on.
That's still
Hold on,
plenty
hold
of
on.
attacks.
2 attacks plus attack action from haste, doubled by action surge. Is that correct? Or is it just the 2 that are doubled?
I
Um,
think action surge doesn't double the haste, so it's 5 attacks.
5 attacks. Cool.
Yeah.
Easy peasy, living breezy.
Well, you still get your extra attacks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you have 2
I
attacks
get you.
normally, and then you have your haste, which also gives you another 2 attacks, and then you use your action surge, which just lets you use another action, which would be another 2 attacks. So it'd be 6.
I have no idea what he just said.
Haste is an 1 extra attack action, not an extra.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regardless. So, in order. 9 points of damage.
how much?
10 point. So I'm doing all the attacks in order. So 9 points of damage, 10 points of damage, another 9,
Mm-hmm.
8, and max damage. So 8 plus 6.
14.
That's fucking
14.
words,
14.
phrases.
I said
14, yeah.
there.
Okay, cool. And then I end my turn, and I'm now going to use my out of character action to go pee. I'll be back.
Okay. You do that. All right. That brings us to Weird.
Alright, so my Stickity Radiance is still up.
Yes, and it seems to be melting several of them, so they also then begin to reform into bigger ones. Into a bigger one.
Okay. Thankfully I don't have to drop this because I haven't taken any damage yet. And I'm not planning on casting another concentration spell. How big are they now? Like,
The two are now about the same size, but they are about the size of the trees.
so what I'm hearing is, okay, if how would I be able to hit like multiple people or multiple of them?
Well, they're still like, if you have a spell that
Mhm.
does an AoE that
Mhm.
will hit multiple targets, and it's just sort of all those targets you hit will eventually take the same damage.
Synaptic static. I need them to make intelligence saving throws.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that's a whole. Let's see. I'm going to take one cumulative one. That's a whole 2.
It's a whole 2.
Eat.
All right. 8d6, and the one that gets hit takes it has an additional 4 to this, to the total. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh, that's lovely. Eighteen plus 5 is 23, and the one I marked, so they both take 23, and then the one who has the curse on him takes an additional 4.
But real quick,
Yes.
do you understand how big synaptic static is? It is the fireball of psychic damage.
Yeah, it's 20 feet.
20
It's a
feet or
20-foot
30?
radius. It's a 20-foot radius.
Yes, which means a great big circle of 20
In other
feet.
words, it's 40 feet in diameter, which is
A giant circle.
Oh, sorry. Brain fart.
Well,
23 damage. 23 damage to anything that to everything, plus 4 to that particular motherfucker.
so how I'm going to do
Excuse
this
me.
is this. You selected that one to receive the extra damage. That's fine.
Yeah.
But how you sort of do it is you spoke about mortars earlier, because remember this circle you're in is 30 feet. It's a 30-foot radius, which is enough to keep most of them at bay without any real harm of getting to you. You essentially lob a psychic mortar off to the side, and where normally there would be a satisfying pop of a head, you watch as you liquefy a good number of them. It's a whole bunch. They're thinning out by the minute over here, including one of the big ones that you made.
Oh?
It flops back into a puddle.
Uh-oh.
And then they reform.
Oh, God.
We'll call it a giant-sized version of one of these begins to form the waxy white puddle of these pale flesh things, swirls and swarms and pulls others in with it, forming a absolutely massive of these creatures, towering over all of you, but very much tangible and a lot more targetable than the continuing to loom overhead one. So the average one of these is maybe a humanoid. An average human, maybe 5'8" or so. Before it fell, the biggest one on the field currently was about 9 feet. This is about 20 feet tall.
So this thing is... Actually, this thing is like... This thing is actually still comfortably inside my sickening radiance, I realize.
Yeah, funnily enough, like as it reforms, it's still partially in it. But you also realize that the longer it's in it and being damaged, more and more of the horde begins to flop to the side and reform into it. And it
But it's also
continues to
taking
grow.
more and more exhaustion.
Is it?
Maybe. I don't know.
They don't have blood. They don't have eyes. They don't have ears. They don't have faces.
There are some things in this world that don't have those either, and they still exhaust.
Things do. But what are these?
I hate you right now. They
Mm.
may be not things, but that still classifies them as an entity.
Huh. Yeah. Giggling too evilly. Is that going to be your turn, sir?
Uh,
This is going to be a very fun.
yes, it's going to be my turn. I can't do anything.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I'm also going to have Wayfinder come out as a ranged weapon.
Fair enough. What range weapon would you like? Get bows, crossbows, you got your gun.
Let's do gun. Actually, wait, I have one more thing. Actually. I do have a bonus action that I can do. Unless you count bring Wayfinder out as a bonus action for this.
What do you have in mind for your bonus action?
Maddening Hex.
Well, your other hex is still active on that one.
Yeah, no, Maddening Hex is a thing that happens that has to happen to a hex to a hex or cursing or a curse target.
Okay. There's just some extra dabblage or some or a effect.
Yeah, it's a plus. It's a psychic damage thing that also has a little bit of an AOE around the target itself.
Okay.
It's just 5.
Okay.
It's just
That's
5
a,
psychic damage.
a couple fall over and meld into the greater, but nothing too drastic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Now it is the Unbound's turn.
This is the super mega large.
Yes.
Yes. Oh boy.
Its faceless face, its head, gets a little closer as it's inspecting more closely. But it doesn't do anything yet. Mule!
Hello, it's
No.
me.
I don't like this shit, man.
God.
I love these things so fucking much.
This is horrendous. I hate
need to
you.
check the wording of a spell.
Okay.
Oh, which spell?
Sending.
Grandma, help! A bunch of faceless things in the woods, and they don't. And they won't
They
stay
don't.
down.
They want to eat our face.
They want to eat your something.
Consent, please.
Needs to be consensual.
I mean, you didn't ask, but, you know.
As
Nothing
an
else has
action.
proven very effective so far. Asking, can you please not? And you're like, okay. That would be a
Yeah,
hilarious way for
well,
me to end this combat, and I'm not That's not how you end this combat, but that would have been fucking hilarious. I'm so sad I didn't think about that. I might pull that out for a different encounter.
Yeah, as an action, I would like to cast Sending, at the biggest creature.
At the big boy,
The big boy,
the Unbound.
the
Okay.
Unbound.
Because it's either someone you know or someone you can see. Okay.
Well, it's literally like a creature which you are familiar. I'm pretty sure something in front of me I'm familiar with.
I will
So-
allow it.
Yeah.
Well, you are completely unfamiliar with the nature of the creature. It is
That's
there
fine.
in your. You can see it. So that's kind of my other thing with Sending is like if they're in the room.
Pretty
or
much.
Room. Air quote room. But yeah. Okay.
What are you and why are you attacking this? Attacking us. Also, the fun thing with Sending, the spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message.
Oh,
that is a
That's the other
good
reason I got it.
caveat
I
for
was
that
like, oh
spell.
yeah. They know what it means.
It's not really a relevant caveat for the situation, but that is just a genuinely good caveat for that spell.
Yeah. It's how you can talk to people who don't share a language. But yeah.
Okay. And this is a mental communication.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, you get some of that interference again, but because it's so close, your message still goes through.
Okay.
It doesn't, but there is something that you can confirm. This thing is not what's causing it.
Okay.
It seems to be an active force trying to prevent communications in the Feywild, but it is not. But because this thing is close enough and actively staring, air quote, staring at you,
yeah.
it can't really. It's too short of a distance for whatever it is to like interfere with the signal. But you sense something try.
Okay.
And I gotta get up. I gotta get up on the mic again.
Oh boy.
You ask what we are. What is nothingness? What is the empty? What has no name, no form, no will? We do not attack. We simply must take that which is most precious. It is the only way to save us.
Oh.
Interesting. Well, now I've got a stupid idea I'm gonna have to try next turn, but
You could certainly try.
Certainly try. Right. There's you want any bonus actions or anything?
as a bonus action, I might. No, I won't use it as a bonus action. I'm gonna have the goons just attack the smaller ones.
Okay. You don't really need to roll for them, but some damage would be good.
All right, let me roll the
these
damage.
things aren't really moving or trying to dodge.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
And we'll ask: are you targeting the great big guy, or just just random little ones?
The smaller ones, yeah. Just have
Okay.
my skeletons. Just 12 piercing, 7 piercing, 10 piercing, and 11 piercing.
All the piercing.
Oh, the piercing.
Yes, you watch as several of them sort of follow the sign, follow the wayside, sort of reform together, and you guys are starting to notice there's significantly less of them. But the ones that are getting bigger are getting considerably bigger. That we are going to move to Draven. It's your turn.
Right.
What you gonna do now?
Fuck him up, Dragon Boy.
Ruin their days.
Ruin my day. Fuck, I can dare you.
Kill
You say
Ruin-
that.
Ruin the DM's day.
Okay, so I
to,
have
before.
to quote the great and wonderful medic, kill them all.
I have two trains of thought here. I just absolutely
Choo-choo.
unleash and annihilate them. And
Uh-huh.
or I do something so stupid it might work.
You know?
I mean, you know which one has my vote.
Yep, I'm gonna message it to you, Bard, and you can determine the action economy.
I love this game. Oh. Oh, excuse me.
You're excused.
Had the Pepsi. It makes me big.
Makes you burpy.
Go for it.
Oh no. Okay, ladies and gents, I'm gonna be rolling for this.
Oh no.
Oh.
You will be
Uh-oh.
rolling persuasion.
No.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna roll to see which one I do, whether I
Okay.
go to town on them, or the second option.
Or option 2.
Damn you, Casey, I was gonna do that soon.
Odds, I annihilate them.
Beat to it.
Evens, I option 2.
Option 2.
If that's not fucking apt, I don't know what is. I rolled a natural 1, so all aboard the pain train, motherfuckers.
Well, we're boned.
So
Nukem.
it's been a long time coming, but in my hybrid transformation, I'm going to channel divinity, divine brutality.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Can I flavor what kind of happens?
Go right ahead.
So, it was mentioned that there are hardly any thunderstorms in the Feywild. Today
Mhm.
is one of those rare occasions. As a smallish thundercloud begins to whirl in the sky, it doesn't look menacing at all until the loudest thunderbolt you have ever fucking heard hits Draven directly. And Draven's just standing there like Luke in The Last Jedi, just not scratch.
Just like brush.
Just yeah. As
Oh,
also
I said good shit.
as once again the world carver splits into two. One half of world carver has the gold hilt and the other half has a silver hilt. So yeah. Is there a big fucker within 40 feet of me?
Oh yeah, the biggest fucker is within 40 feet. Well,
Cool, I'm getting
the
him.
biggest of the swarm is within 40 feet. Yes.
All right, so yep, I'm going after him.
Okay.
Have fun.
I'll try.
And normally I haven't been having you guys roll for damage, or roll to hit. But I
So
realized I should have been, because in case of crits, because that makes special things happen.
Well, for me, most of my stuff has been saved so far.
Yeah.
and you know what? Fuck it, I'm pumping a divine sight in this, cause why the fuck not?
Of course.
So that's a D8. Cool. So for the first attack, am I just rolling to hit or just going to straight to damage?
Go ahead and roll the hit.
Oh, I just kicked my toe.
How many
Oh,
attacks
no.
How many attacks are you going to be doing?
I can only do 2.
Okay, so you just roll for 2 attacks.
Alright.
Let's see if you get a crit.
Okay. And you know what? Because fuck it, he's going ham. Great Weapon Master attack.
Of course.
That is. Bear with me
One
one
of those things where you're not going to miss, but I would love, but we're gonna see if you crit.
So the first
Please crit.
first one is a 15 on the die. Plus
Okay.
11, so 26.
That'll hit. Yeah, definitely.
And the second one. What was that about rolling a crit?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So the non-critical.
Mm-hmm. Paladins. How many dice can we roll?
Oh gosh, I feel that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, wait, I can re-roll that one. That's even better.
Math.
Math. Sydney's doing math.
Talking about math or meth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
8 points of slashing for the first one. 6 points of lightning, and 8 points of radiant. And for the second one, for the crit,
Okay.
oh, sorry. So 1 minute. 8, 6, 14, 8 radiant. That is 24?
Mm-hmm.
24. 34 damage total on the first one. Because I forgot the Great Weapon Master damage.
All right.
The critical is sorry, make that 38. I forgot I have +4 to my divine brutality. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh.
There's a lot of numbers
Yeah.
here, guys.
We're trying to math here.
Too much math.
Too much math.
Too much math. That is Christ. Okay. 16 plus 17 is... I'm sorry, it's late for me and my brain is not working right now. Bear with me.
It's all good.
I was running the equations and got Ohio, so good luck with the math.
I got Abraham Lincoln for some reason.
This is
Somehow.
math class.
Somehow, I got Abe Lincoln.
So that's 37 points of slashing damage.
I just noticed one of the comments in the chat. I was running the
Mhm.
equations and I got Ohio, so good luck with the math.
Yeah, I was reading that.
Yep. 37 points of slashing damage, 16 points of lightning, and 12 points of radiant.
On the biggest of fuckers.
On the biggest of fuckers.
Okay. So a couple of things.
So that's about 9. I think that's like 97 points of damage.
Good lord. Now that's a lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage. How about a little more?
I do have one other question for you, Matt.
Uh-huh.
In this great hoogity moogity of attack, do you get yourself outside of the barrier?
Is the motherfucker outside the barrier, or is he just...
He's kind of on the edge of the barrier, but you're putting a lot of oomph into this attack.
I imagine... So if he's just outside the barrier, and I'm usually kind of on the outskirts of it, I don't think... I imagine I'll go outside of the barrier to attack. I would attack within the barrier.
All right. So some things happen.
Mm-hmm.
These two powerful attacks, particularly the second one, strike the largest of these swarmed creatures, shattering it into pieces, essentially. Bits of it go everywhere. It practically fucking explodes. And there's a shudder through all of them, all surrounding you. There's a shudder among them. As you watch as all of them slip down into a puddle. All of them. Hundreds.
Oh,
Slip
fuck.
down into a puddle.
Guys, I may have fucked up here. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Sliding together.
Guys, I may have fucked up
Slithering
here.
themselves out.
Fine, just stay behind the wall.
Slithering themselves out into the woods. On the opposite side of the looming figure. And you watch as a second looming faceless monstrosity, oozing of shadow, rage, and silent contemplation, rises up from the other side of this clearing, staring down at all of you. The horde around you is gone. The motion in the trees is gone. And this towering figures that, by the way, Venwyn, you see this happen. You see these pooling white slivers of something whisk through the trees just out of your purview as they slowly crumble and slorb and reform up this otherworldly pale form matching almost completely the other one. Now, Warden, we're going to have your turn. And then we're going to pause this until next session. But there's going to be something special that happens.
Okay.
So, Warden, you just watched all that happen. Everyone else, everyone's still within your barrier.
Okay.
What do you do, bud?
I have to change my entire outlook on life in this moment.
I have to change
You
my
need
robot
both,
pants.
buddy.
I must change my robotic pants.
Good thing he wore the brown
Hi,
chassis.
bud. What do you do?
He's giggling.
Do I try a funny haha here? Because I don't know that I have very many other options.
I'm always up for funny haha.
Because we keep fighting them, and then they just keep kind of quote-unquote coming back,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know that I want to deal with that anymore.
Yeah, that's the.
I was gonna say, think of it like a Hydra.
Yourself.
I was gonna say, think of it like a Hydra. You take it all out and take it out in one go. You don't have to deal with it anymore.
Well,
Now you have two absolutely colossal targets.
you say banishment, and you say on myself.
Fuck this shit, I'm up.
You ain't running away from this shit.
I don't know that I would cast it on myself necessarily. You know what? Oh, actually. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Okay, I can.
Oh god, oh shit, oh fuck.
Okay. It's a funny haha. We're doing it. I'm gonna cast banishment. I'm gonna cash banishment.
Cash
But
banishment.
I'm gonna upcast it.
Oh.
What
Which
are you
means
upcasting
there's
it
two of
to?
them, right?
There's two of them.
Oh
Okay, I can
no.
cash banishment. I can fuck.
He's
This
gonna
is
crash
this is
Bandicoot.
fucking with my head. I can
You're
cast
crash.
banishment at 4th level on one target, but if I upcast it to 5th level, I can cast it on 2 targets.
You motherfucker.
I'm
You're
going
brilliant.
Go.
upcast it and try to banish both of them.
Go.
Let's
go.
fucking go!
Boy, go, gadget banish time.
And before anything, just real quick, as a bit of insurance, the 17 temporary HP. Draven, do you have temp HP right now?
Nope.
I don't think you do. Okay, you're gonna get 17 temporary HP points.
Cool.
Just in case, because you're right there.
Yeah.
Venwyn's not gonna be happy if you banish Draven.
Well, I'm not banishing him. I'm giving him the temp HP from the banishment. From the casting of the 5th level spell.
Yeah, it's a feature he has. He casts anything
Warden's
above a certain
Blessing.
level. Yep, he gets to give 10 HP to people when he casts big spells.
I cast any spell as long as it's leveled.
Yeah.
But
I made it only temporary HP because otherwise.
well, yeah, healing would just be absolutely whacked out.
I mean, 5e healing sucks butts. So I'm like,
yeah,
10
but
HP is about 10 HP is
life-
technically better than healing.
Yeah. Also, Life Cleric already has the healing down. If I wanted to heal, I would have played Life Cleric.
Life Cleric, yeah.
But anyways, yeah. They both have to make DC 16 Charisma saving throws.
Okay.
Which isn't terrible, but I don't know their charisma
That's
scores.
one less than what my saves are at
I also
currently.
feel like they just have like 0 charisma for some reason.
I mean, they could have even like a negative, maybe. They're giant
Well,
hole
technically,
people.
the fear effects that they have sort of passively, they require charisma. But
So they do have.
Okay. Yeah, that one.
I don't know what that means.
Ooh.
Don't say that.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what the dice roll for each of them was. For the original that
The
loomed
first big
over you
boy.
first, the dice roll was an 18 on the die.
Okay.
The second one was a 6.
Oh.
I want you to read from me a part of the banishment spell of what happens when
know,
you try and banish something from the plane of existence it originated from.
if the target is native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish the target to a harmless dummy plane. While there, the target is incapacitated. The target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space it left or in the nearest unoccupied space if the space is occupied.
And for how long is that?
1 minute.
1 minute. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh.
Because one of them, the second one that is formed from the thousands that appeared, disappears, vanishes.
Would I, as the caster, be able to tell whether or not it goes to a dummy plane?
You feel, because of the you cast a spell, you essentially are informed where it goes.
That's
And you feel it arrive in the material plane.
Oh.
Because these things were once people.
Human.
They were humans,
Shit.
elves, orcs. They were things that used to live in the material plane. They found their way here, or they found their way in a small crack somewhere. Or a fae slipped through the veil and stole their name, and they came here to get it back, and they never left.
Oh God.
And you
I send
sent
them
them
home?
home. Uh-huh.
The one that rolled an 18, is it still here?
It is still here.
That's the original one. That's the
Could
one
you
that.
re-roll for me as I do silvery barbs? I didn't
Are
even
you
know if it
sure?
succeeded or not, which is
Power
which is the
move.
reaction for that. So yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure that we really want to send it back to the material plane?
It's probably fine.
Probably fine. All
Well,
right.
it aligns with what I wanted to try anyway, so
There are other heroes besides us. They'll be fine.
I'm sure that'll be fine. Unfortunately, Neil, that was in that 20.
okay, that's
damn.
fine. Yeah, it
A
takes the
little better
18
than I did
then.
before. That's
Well,
a rare reaction
who
to
wants it?
silvery barbs.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jeez.
Who wants advantage? Someone gets advantage.
I'll take advantage.
Alright, Oscar can have advantage. You get it on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw within 1 minute.
Nice.
Yep. I tried.
All right. So, the horde is gone. The horde has been sent back to the material plane. We'll have to deal with that later. Because the conglomerate of those things originated in the material plane, it's not going to come back. Then when you watch as it disappears. Also, because of time constraints, your second attempt succeeds, and you are able to get out of the window.
Oh boy.
Excellent.
Where do you want to
She's
go?
as soon as like all of that dust clears and everything like that from where she blasted the hole in the window, she's going to immediately go towards the creature. Just because seeing it, like, obviously, I'm guessing she would have seen it like shifting and forming and changing and all that sort of stuff, and most likely aspects of combat over that area, correct?
Something like that, yeah.
Probably would have seen the
She
bright
would've been-
blasts of light from
Probably
this
saw a
happening
giant
static.
crackling of lightning in the sky.
That
yeah,
too.
no, that
Like,
also
oh yeah,
would have
that's my
indicated
boyfriend.
would have
Yep, I know that one.
That's my boy.
Mhm. But that's where she's just like, cool, I'm gonna head that way because family. I'm
Mhm.
coming for you. So she's
I
literally flying towards that area
actually
as fast as she
Okay.
possibly can.
Right. I know you've got to go, bud. But we're going to um pause there. Venwyn is heading towards the group. It's gonna take a little bit to get there because they are quite a bit away.
Mm.
Um, who do I subject this to?
I do have a
I-
point of order question.
Yes,
Uh, so that was the entire conglomerate. So now it's just the big boy that was originally there that's left, right?
it is the
There's
conglomerate of what was there.
okay, but there's only like in terms of targets, there's only one target
There is
now.
one target, and it is
Okay.
as you look back at it, it's still bigger than the other one. But
Okay.
it
So then
is
just point of order. Sorry, real fast. I did not realize that blade barrier was concentration. Banishment is also concentration, so the blade barrier actually dissipates
okay.
in
Well,
favor
you're
of
not really
banishment.
being
I
swarmed
mean, we
anymore.
know the. I don't think we need it now, but
That's fair.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, did I just fuck up? But we didn't, or I guess I
You
didn't,
did.
so it's fine.
If it didn't work, maybe. All right. Okay. So, hold on. Get it adjust. Get it adjust. I get all up on the mic again.
Great use of the 6th level spell.
Mm.
That was
1 to
fantastic. That
That is
was
I
actually
was
genuinely
gonna
one of the
say,
most.
like it being a 1-2 combo of you two being in together after one after the other in the turn order of Draven essentially cleaning up the mess, and then you sweeping it out, sweeping it into being someone else's problem. Um, that was a really good combo.
At
I
least it's a
applaud you.
singular entity.
And the smaller of the two,
Yeah, it is.
well,
generally
Well.
speaking.
Well,
I mean, there being one now works for me, I guess. It's my legacy.
Hey, at least John has something to do now.
We have
They'll
giant.
figure
We
it
have
out.
giant
John,
railguns,
I'm
right?
sorry. John has something to do now. John is the busiest motherfucker on the planet.
I was
Yes,
gonna
but
say it's why I don't
I'm
pester
joking.
John half the time because I know he's busy.
John's sitting somewhere sipping some tea in the Citadel, and this faceless monstrosity drops out of the fucking sky. It's just like, fuck's sake.
It's like I was enjoying a brief moment of rest.
I just
Activate
got
the
my
targeting
tea.
cannon.
Yeah. Um. Okay. So
Drop
the
on the
one is
tracker lich.
gone.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Venwyn is charging through the air towards her friends and family. Um, there is someone I haven't mentioned in this encounter.
Aiden.
Aiden, who has been on his knees staring into the face of this thing.
Oh, Aiden, don't do that.
Shit.
Aiden, no. Don't do
Not the
that.
Aiden,
brother.
It's not
yes.
healthy.
Not the
Aiden,
brother.
no.
Aiden, no!
And there is, as the one disappears, the slight, the whispering you have all been hearing, the, all of that fades. But now there's something else.
Oh shit, they stole his name.
There's something replacing it. Words breathlessly whispered into each of your ears. And then when you hear this too, a singular request, a singular desire.
Ew, John Lennon.
Give me your name. And as the camera focuses in, Aiden begins to open his mouth. And that is where we will cut it for today.
Stop him!
I
Stop
want
the
you to
boy!
know I know exactly what I'm going to do the minute that
I'm about to crush somebody.
I am about. Not if I could slap my hand over his mouth first.
Dog pile Aiden. Fucking dog pile Aiden.
Watch Draven just run and absolutely deck Aiden just to knock him the fuck out.
No. Just pull the Hulkbuster. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Just, why is this not working?
Alrighty.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I'm sorry.
I hope you all had a wonderful evening.
Fuck you.
You lucky you're in America, boy. Be lucky you're in America.
Don't worry, I'm one of the closest to him. Don't worry, I got you.
Beat his ass. Beat his ass.
Like if
already traumatized enough. Don't steal her brother too.
I mean the opportunity to see one of the longest friends, even if it does result in me being punched in the face, that's fine. I think it's an even trade. Yes, I will gladly embrace you as you punch me in the face.
Picking me up in the airport, just suddenly getting decked in the face.
You still got a smile.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. That's for Aiden.
So
I'm gonna kick his ass.
we are going to, that is us for this week. We will come back to the actual boss fight against the Unbound. And I want to thank you all again for being my wonderful players and putting up with my bullshit and my sadistic shitheadedness. These are one of my favorite creations I've ever made. These are, and I'm not kidding when I say this, these are 100% homebrewed. These are a creature I made all on my own, and from that very idea and concept of.
Yeah, I fucking tell it's got your say written all fucking over it, man.
No, because I've always wondered that. Like I've had my run-ins with the Fae, and you know, but like that's always a thing people hear. The Fae will steal your name. They'll steal your name. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck happens when it happens? And now we know. They are unbound. They are always seeking.
Stealing names. You talk about the Fae stealing names. Is Venwyn actually her name?
Look, you just been kidnapped. Do not give Draven an identity crisis with their own partner.
Please don't.
I won't. Don't worry.
Because then Zara has to pick up that mess as well.
I might.
Don't you dare get any ideas.
I don't know. Even if it wasn't technically her name, we only know her as Venwyn, which effectively makes it her name to us. So.
True.
In the middle of this combat, I was actually asking Bud, what are the rules for the name thing again? I was like, wait a minute.
I don't know if I clarified these precisely before. Do not give your real name. You must, in conversation, you are to describe your name instead of doing it. Some of you thought, because none of you followed this rule, even though I said it wrong the first time, was never use the same description twice, which is not technically the rule that I set. If you essentially give a fake name, like if Draven says, "Hello, my name is Bob," they could steal Bob, and he would never be able to refer to himself as Bob again, but not the first time. It's the second time. So if they say, "Hi, my name is Bob," and he's like, "All right, hello, Bob." He's like, "Yes, I am me. It is I, Bob." He would never be able to say the name Bob again. It is, if you use a real name, like an actual name, never use the same one twice, so long as it is not your name.
Hello, my name is Maria.
Just sit there and say, "Hi, my name is..." No. What you do is you just sit there and suddenly say, "Hi, my name is Absolution." Bitch, what?
all that would prevent you from being able. Seriously,
It's all about problems.
as clever as that is, all that
It
would
wouldn't
prevent you from
be-
doing
You
is
wouldn't be able to use that name as your
yeah,
name.
you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to refer to him by name anymore. They wouldn't take his name because he's not the
Damn.
We don't even
because
say it by his name anyway. We call him the bitch.
because
We call him the
and that's-
bastard.
and that is primarily because the whole idea of the name being given is like, would you give me your name? Because it is a transaction, and if he's not there to transact it, he can't take it from him.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Commit name
I've written
fraud.
an entire
It would be funny though.
synonym dictionary for how to refer to each and every one of you. Like,
Yeah.
you actually?
Yeah,
Oh
I
shit.
do, yeah.
course.
So I'm
This is-
ready. I don't know about you guys.
this is
but-
Ame we're talking about. Of course they do.
Yeah, true.
Oh my god.
All right, so thank
Don't
you
wanna
one
know
and all
Guild
our
Wars is
delightful.
stupid.
Thank you one and all our
Jesus.
delightful listeners and watchers. I don't know
Yes,
when this will
thank
be
you all.
uploaded, but we'll be getting intro videos hopefully soon. And but no worries on that. If there's going to be any scheduling changes, we will keep you guys updated. More than likely, we will I would imagine we would to communicate all that to all of you. We would probably put out a short YouTube video, Draven, probably just like, hey, we're moving to tonight, and like, we'll probably just make a quick YouTube video updating you all on the new things, as well as changing the date and times on the schedule itself.
Yeah.
But
Um.
we'll get back to you all on that. We have a lot of things, personal lives coming up, and we have a lot of adjustments that that might need to be made. So here's hoping for the best. Hoping we will be back next week for this fantastic boss fight and see if our players can figure it out.
Mhm.
Because funnily enough, a couple of you had an interesting idea. It'd be interesting to see if it worked.
Actually, Bart, I'm gonna send you my idea.
I completely
actually-
forgot to give Bardic Inspiration to Draven.
You motherfucker.
I know. I
fine.
forgot.
You're a
Should've done my
It's not like
next
you
turn.
fucking needed it.
You had
my turn
one
anyway,
job,
come back.
Zara. You had one job.
I mean,
Listen,
she's still
listen.
first in the initiative, so.
You just
Yes,
had
I am still first in the initiative, so it is my turn next time. So
This is
next
true.
time on Dragon Ball.
Next time on the Chronicles of Narhi'ya. But
Uh,
literally, you just had the conversation with
know.
motherfucker.
Interesting.
But
That is an
Anywho,
interesting
I
way of
gotta
going
go.
about that, Ame.
But yeah, also I hope you guys also enjoyed the new, slightly animated way of knowing. Thank. Ugh.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Slightly animated way of knowing who's talking, because when it was just still images, it was kind of hard to tell.
I would say have
Little difficult.
I would say I would say have like a little adjusted like image.
Yeah, it essentially lights it up and lets you know who's talking.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the
That
site
is-
I sent you, Draven?
yes, but that is us for the
Uh,
evening. Thank you all for watching, and we will hopefully be all back next week.
Yeah. Catch you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.